Okay, so basically, right here, he wants this to stick out a little bit. Now up here it's fine, but right there it's a little on the tight side. Can you see that right there? That part is fine. Because the firearm had that right there. That was where the Picatinny is underneath. But on the one he has now, apparently it's a little wider. I don't know why it would be wider. If I remember right, this is for a high point. This was a, I don't know what this one was for. Anyway, I know I made it for him. But if I have the original firearm, I can tape an ice cream stick to it, slide it in, you know, and I only need about maybe a half an inch or so. Slide it in with that half-inch ice cream stick on it, right about there. Boom. I can either heat it up a little bit with a heat gun, or just throw it in the toaster oven for a minute. And if I throw it in the toaster oven for a minute, I'll heat it up before I put this in, and then I'll turn it off. Slide this in, and then just let it sit for a minute, and we should be okay. Because it doesn't have to get super hot at this point. But I need the original firearm. Otherwise, how do I do that? You follow me? What do I put the stick to? If I put a stick to here, on something, even a piece of wood, well then, am I sure it's going to work? Or is it going to disform everything because the firearm itself isn't in there? I mean, I guess I can try it. I got a big old ice cube inside this thing wrapped up. Damn close. Shit. I mean, if I were to, no, see, because I would change the whole thing. This has to fit almost perfect. Then I can put a piece of popsicle stick in here so that it's forced. I can loosen this up, tighten down on it. And then when I heat it up, it'll form to that. That's the plan, but I need something real close. So I gotta go a little bit thicker than this one. This one I think is going to be too big. Yeah, but I can probably sand this one down a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, hold on a minute. Let me see if I can do that. Okay, I think we got it here, guys. I know how I can quiet them down. Yeah. Okay, so right there, I got them working. Right here. I think we may be okay here. I gotta keep the heat kind of concentrated, however. Yeah. Okay, let me find some. See, if it was what I could have done if I went with something thinner. If I had a piece of real thin, but it would have to be the width. You follow? It would work. But I think we have it. Let me take these back off. Top of the shack. I mean, really, thousands. No, I don't want to ruin that. That's a good piece. That's a good piece. So's that one. This may do it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to try it. Let's cut a piece off. Come up with. Now, let's see if you can up beef on this screw. Yeah, we should be okay there. So here's the story now. How sloppy is that gun in this hole? Because if I make this right there for it, and it's a little sloppy, it's not going to work. Yeah, once it gets past that, it's okay. If I put it on an angle, that may force it into place. So let's try that. All right, now I gotta try to figure out what I'm gonna do here. Without shrinking the whole thing. We can use this. That'll help. Somehow I want to try to keep that cool. What do I have? If I have, yeah, I think I do have some. Now if I wet this down, let me find something I can put water in. I know I have a lot of that shit. You know, at one time, the sink that's on the back porch, that used to be in here. Because I originally ran it in here. I had water that I ran out here. And I had it over there in the corner. And I'm thinking, okay, is that going to work? I don't know. I'd like to have a little bit more on the rest of it. So if there's any overflow, I'll have it covered. But I need something to soak up the water. I had an old sheet over there that I gathered up and tripled up and did all kinds of stuff to it. So it was nice and fluffy. Alright, I think I got it. Now, get this all done. There's some of my, I did have some vinyl cleaner, I don't know where I did that. Put a little of this on there. Let's get that cleaned it up a little bit. Yeah. Now here's the story. I want to get that on there better, but it seems like it doesn't want to work. And if I slice this with the Dremel to make a screwdriver bit out of it, yeah. See, it's tight, but I'd like to make it a little tighter. I'd like to squeeze that just, I'd be happy with a 16th. I know what I can do. I can put a little black glue. Black crazy glue, super glue, CA glue. Okay, where's the other? There we go. There. Alright, so that's done. Good. Let's just put this where? Let's put it there.